What's going on, beautiful people? Daniel Magyar in the building, and today's topic will be a woman who lost weight but has a loose skin after the weight loss. So I believe she is in her later 40s. She's lost 50 pounds on and off, just like most people did. A lot of people think that after the weight loss, they can just go back to their old eating habits and nothing will change. But you got to remember, what kept you obese will make you obese at any point of your life. That's the golden rule. So let's get to this message from Instagram, which says, "Hey Daniel, I'm a 47 years old mother of three, well congrats, who has been dealing with weight loss my entire life. I've lost 50 pounds on and off, more than I can count." That's very normal. Like I said, people always do that. They have bad eating habits. They try to find a quick fix and they lose 50 pounds. And after that, they start treating themselves. I can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I got this. I can handle this. And this is pretty much a way to gain everything that you've lost. I see that over and over again. Then I discovered your work and I applied your calorie cycling method along with walking and workout protocol, and I lost weight again. So thank you for that and all you do. Awesome. Congrats to you. For those of you who don't know my calorie cycling method, you'll find it here, Weight Loss Without Plateau. The book is available on Amazon. My entire take on the metabolism and a weight loss protocol is right here in the book. But now I have a different problem. I have a very loose skin on my stomach that doesn't seem to go away. I wonder, how would you approach this situation, or what should I do? I really don't want to do the surgery. All right, here's the thing with the loose skin. First of all, if you don't want to have a loose skin, don't ever stretch it, because once when you stretch it, you're kind of at the mercy of your own genetics. I've seen it all. I've seen people who came from really obese body, like 150-pound weight loss, and their skin was just simply super loose and it didn't want to tighten up because it was just so much of it. And then I've seen people who have been 150 pounds overweight, but the skin was shrinking along the way. It was getting smaller as the body fat was getting less and less and less. Skin was tightening up. Now, with the people who ended up with the loose skin, not in the bad cases, eventually after long enough, about a year of maintaining the lowest body weight, the skin started to tighten up and get back into a previous condition. Now, I've seen cases where the skin was completely clear and it had some wrinkle spots around the stomach, thigh area, etc. Depends where the most body fat was stored. And I've seen cases where the skin never completely tightened up and just simply was left loose. Not as bad as in the beginning though, but what I see in common in all of the cases, you have to maintain your lowest body weight. Eventually the body will adapt the skin. But it's at the mercy of your own genetics how well it will adapt it. So at some point, if the skin is just way too loose and you can literally grab it, lift it up and just let it hang, well, in that case, you can't just simply tighten that up. You have to use the knife. You have to cut it out. So that's why I'm saying, if you don't want to deal with this issue, don't ever stretch the skin. If you see that you're gaining body fat, cut what you're doing, stop what you're doing, get on a diet, start walking, start following my principles of low calories and high calorie days, and lose the weight. If the skin is already that stretched that you can grab it with two hands and flop it against your body, that will be a problem. You probably need to use the knife. But if it's just a little bit of loose skin around the hip area, lower stomach area, etc., your best bet is maintaining the lowest body fat as possible for a long period of time, usually over the year. I had this friend who I used to work with. He was a 350-pound man. He lost weight. He got down to 180. That's very remarkable. And at 180, he decided he wants to help people lose weight as well. So he became a personal trainer. That's how I met him. We worked at the same studio. And I met him at 180, and he had a little bit of loose skin and a funky skin around the stomach. But after a year that I was working with him, he kept training hard. He kept eating a lot of protein. He kept his walking and lifting heavy weights and stuff. And eventually, even after a year, I noticed his skin improved big time. So in the beginning, he had like a huge smiley face at the bottom of his stomach. It looked like a smiley face, right? However, after a year, it tightened up where you could barely see that tiny smiley face. It almost looked like a little bit of wrinkles on his lower stomach. You could have tell that he lost weight, but definitely not 170 pounds. So the way he did it is that he maintained 180 all the time. He didn't allow himself gain a single pound. So that's your best bet if you have a loose skin. Just simply stay low body fat, let your genetics deal with it. If it's way too much skin that you can literally grab with 2 hands, unfortunately, in majority of the cases, the knife is the only option. So that's it for today's episode. If you need help with your situation, if you're losing weight and you want a shortcut, you want to speed things up and do them actually correctly in a healthy manner, build muscle along the way, book your coaching session at dmprotrainer.com. You got different options of 3-month coaching, 6-month coaching, entry-level program, whatever you want. Choose your best option. I'll see you at the next episode. Bye.